Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the most electrifying podcast in sports entertainment. Welcome to the Under the Ring podcast. It's me, your boy Ken Dango Sanada. What's going? That's right. I'm going back to the Sonata personality because the last time I had the belt, it was Kenny Sonata. So we're gonna see, and my man Sonata made a little appearance on AEW this week that we'll talk about in a little bit, But your boy Ken Dango Sonata, aka Grandpa Durag. For those of you who've been with us for a while, know Grandpa Durag is a is a statement here with us. And joining me, the man with the beer in his hand as he takes a sip. I concur, brother. I concur. The man from Louisville, Kentucky. Give it up for your boy, Matty Arraigns.
What's up, good people? I'm no longer the predictions champion, so I'm just Matty Two Belts now. There's the other belt. There's both of them just together. It's been a long week. Can't believe it's only Thursday, but I'm so
Bruh,
excited. It is Friday, and we're heading into Juneteenth. So happy Juneteenth to everybody. Our
that's right,
newest federal
folks.
holiday.
For certain companies, my company still don't get that shit off. Only day my company is off is Christmas. That's a holy holiday we get. God damn it. But happy Juneteenth, everyone. You heard me yesterday in the chat, like, this week is forever. Like,
Right.
whew, whew. But let's get into some wrestling.
Right.
We're supposed to be having someone join us later on. We'll see if he actually hops on. We'll see. We'll see. But someone's supposed to be joining us. Um, this week in wrestling news actually hasn't been that bad for once.
Right.
In a long time, folks, there really is not much to say about wrestling. And that's a shocker. Okay, because there's always something going down in wrestling. Um, the one thing that we can talk about that has gone down is AEW has done tons and tons and tons and tons of really good goddamn promos promoting the upcoming Forbidden Door. The other big news that's going on with regards to Forbidden Door revolves around guess who? Mr. Phil, the CM Punk ace.
Mr. CM Punk.
According to Frightful, CM Punk did an interview where he left a lot blurred, where people are unable to tell if he is just hyping the story up, is he doing a real shoot, things of that nature.
Right.
Along the lines of he doesn't he isn't happy that he's working with Kenta on this match because that is one of the matches that is announced for Forbidden Door, him versus Kenta. But he did a whole interview where people were really like, all right, is he shooting on this or is he actually, you know, just trying to build the story up? Either way, it caused enough stir that it ruffled feathers in backstage and in the locker room. So once again, this man is causing drama to a whole goddamn company.
Right.
To a whole company. Now, I asked the question in our chat earlier. I asked, who's worse, Punk or Hogan, as far as holding a company by the fucking balls and doing whatever they want with it. Mongo fought me tooth and nail to the Hogan.
Yeah, I would still say Hogan because CM Punk is. It was known that they were what they were getting into. Like nobody knew Hulk Hogan. Like back then, you really had to be in the know to know that Hulk Hogan was
It
like
was a dick.
that crafty.
Was a
Like
dick.
by the time when he ruined TNA, we already knew it was like so TNA was stupid to
Right.
do it. But even then, look who brought him in: Eric Bischoff, who initially brought him in WCW.
Right. My and you're right. Pretty much Hogan was the downfall of WCW and almost was the downfall of TNA. But my thing with Punk is he really worth you splitting your roster the way you did? Like let's not beat around the bush. AEW has tons of talent that do need to be showcased, that can put on great matches, but you had to literally split your roster.
An unnecessary roster split at that.
Right. Like it's not like a whole Raw SmackDown situation where you do a roster split so each station could have their a set of guys and stuff like that. So it's a fair amount, fair trade. You did this because people straight just don't want to work with him.
It's the most awkward. This is the first time ever since was 2023. This is the first time in 20 years since we've had the initial because WWE are the ones that created the brand split.
Right.
And they only did it because they bought the competition. And they
Mhm.
had to make their own competition because they bought WCW. So they had to make Raw face off against SmackDown because there was no
Right.
competition. And TNA was just getting off the ground. And Ring of Honor didn't exist yet. But this is the first time ever that we're gonna have a non-WWE brand split. At least with WWE, they had a storyline purpose. This is just another show popping up. And it's really as much as I love to I'm not trying to bash AEW because what I initially liked about AEW is that they were trying to be WCW. Good WCW.
Right.
Now we're starting to be the mid-90s WCW without the popularity. And Dynamite is doing so well. How about we just give you another show? Oh, Nitro is doing so well. How about we just give you Thunder?
Mm-hmm.
And nobody liked
Thunder.
Thursday Night Thunder. We like the video game Thunder more than we like the show. And this is literally the same exact, why are we having another show called Collision when you already have a show called Rampage? It's going to be on Saturdays. I know that it's them trying to be like WCW Saturday Night, but at least WCW Saturday Night came on at 6. This is coming on at 8 o'clock. Last time I watched something Saturday at 8 o'clock, and it wasn't like football, college football, or basketball or something like that. I was probably in elementary school, which meant I wasn't going anywhere, and that meant I was watching Walker, Texas Ranger, who is
Right.
the best.
Or when COVID hit and they made us all stay home. That was
Right.
about it.
Ain't nobody about to be I can't wait to see the ratings for this junk, but it's an unnecessary roster split.
It really is. If anything, like you said, if you're gonna debut this show because you have that many people on your roster that you want to showcase, I feel that the summertime is definitely the wrong time to debut a brand new show on a Saturday night. First off, it doesn't get dark until almost 9 o'clock. We outside. Okay? People are outside. They're not trying to hear being inside to watch. They're not trying to hear being inside to watch wrestling, especially if it's not a pay-per-view. WWE is lucky that they're getting away with these Saturday pay-per-views.
Well, they're doing but the smart thing, the crazy thing about WWE, if you haven't noticed, the last pay-per-view that was in America was literally WrestleMania. Everything else has been somewhere else. They're literally everywhere. They've been around the world. They're just like, we're going over here. Y'all gonna watch. We're gonna adjust the time. That's why we've had. I think Money in the Bank is supposed to start at 3 o'clock in the afternoon in a few weeks. So like we're gonna be watching just because of the time difference.
Right.
But I don't see the point. It's nothing about AEW. There's nothing that's gonna make me want to watch Collision. There's nothing that's gonna make anybody want to go to Collision. Like, we
Damn
all know
sure ain't.
it's the CM Punk show.
Damn sure ain't. It damn sure
So
ain't.
we know it's the CM Punk show. That's the bad thing about all of this. Don't lie to us. Don't give us a show and tell us it's not going to be the CM Punk show when we know good and damn well it's the CM Punk show.
Joining us, folks, is our good stoner brother, the teacher man, Mr. Mike. Who? Mike Hall. We talking about how
Keep the do
Punk
rag.
caused an unnecessary goddamn brand split. Go ahead, Mike. I know you got something to say about that. You said it plenty of times too.
Pfft. About Punk, man. Hey, once again, man, as we've said plenty of times, this is what happens when you have a fucking fanboy as your boss, and you get to let this fucking degenerate do whatever the fuck he want.
True.
So he causes all this mischief, right? Now he has his own show, and like to Matt's point, he just created a de facto brand split. Like, what kind of shit is that? Like, I mean, again, man, Punk got the keys to the car.
I mean, like I told Mongo earlier, reading all of this, because the whole story, even though it came out like him, the thing with him and Kenta is a work. Still, everything with him, and like comparing him to Hogan, the only difference between him and Hogan had a contract. Hogan got all of that creative control and everything. He had all of that in his contract. And everybody for some reason in WCW had creative control, so that just led to it just going down. Punk doesn't have creative control all like that, but Punk has a power he has something in his back pocket that is just as powerful as creative control. I think he has something legally over them. It might be about that dog. They're doing all this because they know CM Punk could sue, and they probably know CM Punk could win. So the only thing they can do to let bygones be bygones, you know what? We're gonna let him keep working here because he could technically sue us. I mean, he could technically sue us. So you know what? We're gonna give y'all another show. Put him on that show. And whoever else is don't like their little standing right now in AEW, they can go over there to Collision with him.
So is Collision? So is this more ROH or AEW?
It's AEW.
AEW.
It's gonna be it's AEW people like Miro is over on Collision. FTR is gonna be over there. It's all the people CM Punk like and like Thunder Rosa.
Wow.
Thunder Rosa is over there. Like all the people that have had issues are going to be on that. Everybody on Dynamite that we've known have had issues backstage are going to be on Collision. This is literally the bad kid class, if you think about it.
Yeah, this is ISS.
Yep, it's in-school suspension. It's literally in-school suspension. AEW. Collision. Man, I don't want to look at him. What I want to see them for? And they entice you like, oh, we got some of the good people. What? No. Nah.
Can I just for a brief second? This weekend, first off, Juneteenth weekend. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Juneteenth, this is the first year that Juneteenth has officially become a federal holiday. So everybody will have Juneteenth off. So right. Happy Juneteenth, man. This is going to be an amazing weekend. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. And also, it's Father's Day weekend. Kenny, happy Father's Day, my brother.
Oh, thank you kindly. I'm doing right back just in time.
Happy Father's Day, brother. You are an amazing dad to your baby girls.
Thank you.
Happy Father's Day to my dad. You know how I feel about your dad. Go.
Right.
Happy Father's Day to all the fathers of UTR. And happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there that's taking care of your business. Reggie, happy Father's Day to you, brother.
Right.
Happy Father's Day, Reggie. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Happy Father's Day to you, brother. And last but not least, Mongo, we love you, brother. Going into
Right.
surgery tomorrow. You know, we love your brother. As
Right.
you all know our thoughts and prayers are with your brother. And yeah.
We'll be right here to
Kick
get
the
on your
surgery's-
nerves.
Exactly. Kick the surgery's ass.
Pretty much. Mongo,
Awesome.
you already know the deal, Mongo. You gonna rock this, so we ain't even worried about it.
Quick question. I'm gonna ask y'all. Guess how many tickets y'all think have been distributed for not the Chicago episode, the episode after this initial episode of Collision?
50. I'm
Is that you won't stick with 50?
gonna stick with 50.
All right,
Oh.
Mike, what you think?
Wait. As the question again, I'm sorry.
So I'm gonna tell you right now, AEW, the tickets distributed for the Chicago episode is 8,437. This episode after that is in Toronto. How many tickets do you think have been distributed for that? Basically sold.
I'll go 100.
1,871. Now y'all get more closer for the third episode with 50 and 100. Put those together. Y'all's 150. The tickets distributed for Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, 883.
Wow.
They go to Chicago and then they go all through Canada. Soon as they get back to America, they go to Newark, New Jersey, 4,378.
First of all,
Greenville, South Carolina, 1,757 tickets. Ain't nobody trying to watch that. Ain't nobody trying to see no Collision.
First of all, you going up? You in WWE territory?
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God.
What
Ladies and gentlemen,
music are you playing?
Gentlemen, it's me. I'm here. I don't have a rhyme for it, but hey, look at that. Look how nice that is. You see it below my name, below Mongo?
Took my damn title.
I'm sorry. Can y'all read that? I can't. My eyes are kind of. I don't have the glasses.
I can see it. It says Mongo, the UTR predictions champion. The UTR predictions champion that took the belt from me, who initially took the belt from him. Who initially took it from me? Who initially took it from him? Who took it from T.O.? Who took it from me? Who took it from Mongo? Who took it from me? Who took it from Mongo? It's all everybody except Kenny. I had to go all the way back. Kenny, who took it from me?
When December comes, Kenny's gonna whoop all our asses in like 5.
He's gonna dominate
December
December.
in a row. Yeah,
it's gonna be a Ken Dango December.
It's been a while since I've been on, folks. I just wanted to come by and say, hey.
I am back. What it do, baby?
What it
came
do?
Back right when Shannon Sharp left.
What it man? Look, he should have left a long time. But what is up? It's been a while. What have y'all talked about so far? What have I missed?
Talking about Punk and the unneeded brand split and the ticket distribution. So it's only been 8,400 tickets have been distributed for Chicago, and then it drops down to 1,700 or like 1,400 for the Toronto episode.
That's not great. That's not great.
And then apparently, like, I was champ.
Mongo won the championship. Yeah,
I was champ. I lost.
I successfully defended it 3 times and then lost it all in the course of one weekend. And then I got it back.
Because what's his face keeps haunting me. Mr. Kincaid. That's his Twitter handle. The new Impact World Champion.
Alex Shelley.
Yeah, Alex Shelley.
Oh,
My
God.
boy.
I can't wait. I can't wait to
my
talk about
city.
that.
I didn't tell him he could win in my city.
I cannot wait to talk about that.
I didn't give no approval that he could win in Columbus, Ohio.
Am I the only one that was happy for that? Is it just me?
Yeah.
No. Here's the thing.
I'm glad it ain't Chris Sabin.
Here's the thing. But the reason why Alex Shelley winning irks me is because how I feel about older vets taking opportunities away from younger competitors. Shelley gets a halfway pass with me because it wasn't up until recently when he technically became a full-time wrestler. The man had a regular 9-to-5 job. He was like, "Fuck that! I need health insurance." Okay, so I respect him for that. So for that reason, for him technically being a part-timer, I'm happy for him. But that whole Impact show, as good as it was, they got all those fucking shits wrong.
Yeah.
All them shits wrong.
The other title that changed hands, I was shocked. I was flabbergasted on that one. I was shocked at both of them, but the first one, I was like, "What the? Why?
Chris Sabin did not need to win.
I picked Chris Sabin. I knew he was going to win. I didn't think Alex Shelley was going to win.
Chris Sabin did not need to win. Alex Shelley did not need to win. Even though we all knew it, Nick Aldis did not need to win.
Yeah, because all this one made me think that Shelley was going to lose.
You're right.
Because you have to think like, oh, Shelley's going to have it for like a month and then lose it back to Macklin, right? No, who's going to go fight Aldis? It's like, is Aldis going to beat Shelley?
Right. It's an
Aldis
unnecessary.
just gets the belt immediately? Like,
why are they giving him the super HBK world title run? Thanks.
Thanks for what you did.
It makes no sense to me. Like, really? You really are pushing Motor City Machine Guns and Nick Aldis? Like, these motherfuckers aren't staples of this company? Really?
Nick Aldis is literally he's literally doing the Cody run of Cody coming to WWE. He's just literally doing the Cody run.
He is. He's also not going to be here long, I don't think. I doubt he's here too long.
And then another moment they replicated was Eddie and He Who Shall Not Be Named at WrestleMania.
They did.
Yeah,
right.
They did do that.
And then the name of the pay-per-view, Against All Odds. I'm like, oh damn! I knew I should have picked them. The Motor City Machine Guns won both titles Against All Odds.
What's going on, big bro? You know I'm gonna call you for Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to you too, man.
Well, you know what? Fuck it. You want to just get into it?
Yeah.
So, but there wasn't much news anyway.
Not a ton, aside from the Punk stuff. Those ticket sales, I had heard about them being rough before this week, and I thought the closer they got, the better they get.
No,
that's not great considering Punk is like your main. That you think he'd be like a big draw. So, do y'all think that all that stuff, the brawl out and everything that coming from it, has really hindered his drawing ability now, or do you think this is just, it's a Saturday show?
It's a combination. It's a combination of both of those things that you said, and it's also part of the fact that people honestly just don't care anymore. Like, you got to understand, it was people, not Kenny, other fans, other people clamored for this man to come back for damn near 7 years. After a while, that's like a girl, like a girlfriend waiting for her boyfriend to get out of jail. That's what it was like. Okay? There's only a few that's gonna be ride or die and hold on for longer than a year. Okay?
Yeah.
There's only gonna be a few. And after a while, people are gonna stop caring. Like, yo, uh, we don't care about him anymore. So it's
I
a
mean, this
combination of people not caring about him. Then people also find out he was a dick. Then the brawl out.
finding out.
Yeah. There you go. Happy Juneteenth to you.
It was just the general public finding out he was a complete dick. A lot of folks, like the people that were happy. I ain't putting Reggie in that group. A lot of folks were just happy to see him back because they got to hear his theme song again. And honestly, you could just play that on whatever
Apple.
stuff.
I mean,
Apple,
it is-
YouTube, Spotify.
It is a banger of a song. Living Color's great, but
Oh yeah, it is. But
you know,
come on.
Or I mean, honestly, if you really miss CM Punk, just go on WWE, go on Peacock and watch, or go on Honor Club and watch. Watch when he was actually good. Don't watch him now when he's just doing a whole bunch of throwbacks to Bret Hart matches and doing callbacks to when he was actually good.
I do
Because he's not. He's old.
I do think, coming in there and then like going after the EVPs of the company, the guys that the company was based on, like this is an elite show, so to shit on the elite the entire time, like you probably, I'm surprised that he's able to make this work. We'll see how it goes. I've been telling y'all since the news came out that I just don't think this is going to work out well in the long run, but we'll see.
Yeah, and honestly, looking at them, they're starting off worse than WCW because their expansion is so unnecessary. At least WCW's was warranted. Nitro took off, so they're like, "Hey, you guys are doing so great. We're gonna give you another one." So here's Thunder. That's not the case. They got Dynamite. All right, cool. We thought they would be cool with Dynamite. They're like, "Oh, here's Rampage." All right, so this is Rampage.
And Rampage started out well. Rampage started out with a lot of great matches, good ratings.
They brought CM Punk back on Rampage.
Yeah, and then it became not important. They started.
It went from being like to being their B show to basically being WWE Velocity or Saturday Morning Slam really quick. And then they're like, guess what? Since you guys are doing so great, we're gonna give you another 2 hours. Why? WWE doesn't. You don't need that many hours. You don't even use all those hours of television to continue your stories. They only use Wednesday to tell their story. Friday and Saturday aren't going to be used for anything.
Then, not to mention, they have 50,000 matches on Dark.
Well, now Dark and
they're dead.
Dead because of this.
Good. Good.
Yeah,
they're dead, but let's be realistic. They're not dead. They're just called Collision.
I don't know. We'll see what this is all about. I guess it's this Saturday, right? Well,
yeah. And that's another thing. You debut this on Father's Day weekend. No, not a good move. Not a good move.
Also, like that, it's got a decent card for the show.
The card is
like we got Wardlow, and
Buddy Matt.
Buddy Matt.
Buddy Matthews versus Andrade. That makes me want to watch for that. But guess what? I'm not going to. I'm going to be out. I'm going to be out. Okay.
I'll probably be too off my ass medicated to remember the show's on.
Right.
I'll go back and catch that match because that's going to be
a banger.
Right.
That is going to be a banger right there. Because neither one know how to hold back punches.
No, they do not. Let's see. So the trios match, CMFTR and against Samoa Joe and Bullet Club Gold for some reason. Luchasaurus against Wardlow for the belt. Matthews, Andrade. We got Sky Blue and Willow Nightingale against the Outcast, which should be solid. Miro in action. So Miro's in ring.
And that
he's gonna beat
Miro in action. No, Miro in action means a promo. That's action.
Like, that's a decent, solid first card. It's not bad, and it's just that I don't know, man. I think I'm just too tired of the backstage issues, and that report. There's a report coming out that there is an interview with Punk about the show from ESPN
Mm-hmm.
that is going to piss off a lot of people.
Well, that has to be coming out tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah.
That's what I talked about earlier too. But that's how we got onto CM Punk, because I was bringing that up that you were talking about that how the interview blurred the lines and pissed off a lot of people and ruffled feathers backstage, and that's how. And this is how we get to the fact that this one man has caused a complete roster shift.
Especially Hangman. The amount that he keeps getting on to Hangman so much, and like
Right.
Hangman is like one of the biggest favorites of their audience. Like he's
Right.
like they fucking love Hangman Page. So I don't know, man. I don't know how I'm just keep going and then work together. The whole Ace Steel thing. Anyway. We'll find out this weekend.
Right.
So I guess all that's happened last week. All in all, pretty good show. I thought it was pretty great. We saw Nevaeh come back to get her ass whooped by Kylan King, which is a nice match for Kylan. Joe Hendry beat Dirty Dango to retain the belt. Another fun match. Frankie Kazarian beat Eddie Edwards. It was all right.
Hey, Sammy baby.
Just the old people.
It was good. ABC against the Good Hands. Those
Hey,
boys
yo.
are all right. Those boys are all right.
Hey,
They
yo.
are pretty decent. I hate their name.
Whoa. The Good Hands?
Yeah.
Like you're
like a good hand in the ring.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
That's what they call somebody who's a good worker. Like, oh, he's a good hand.
But Jason Hodge and John Schuyler with Brian Myers, those guys are turning into a pretty good tag team. Yeah, they're turning into a really good tag team.
Yeah.
I was surprised how long this went. And of course the Bullet Club retained because you're not gonna take belts off those two. Good God.
Come on, that's your moneymakers right there. That's your moneymakers.
Great match there. Masha and Killer Kelly in a dog collar match. I did not think you could have a brutal dog collar match without blood.
You want to bet? You never.
I was wrong.
About to say.
I was incorrect.
First of all, Masha put her forearm through that girl's chest about 8 times, and I sat there. Going, "Oh my God,
she crazy."
I was like, "Oh my God, please stop."
Masha Slammer, bitch.
Right.
Before this match, I think I took Masha. Before this match, I was like, she has not won like a good like rivalry or like an important match all year. All year,
Right.
she has not won.
Ladies and gentlemen, for Slammiversary, we have a tag team match of Bully Ray and Steve Macklin versus PCO and Scotty D, baby.
Ooh, Scotty D coming back.
Scotty D.
I want Warrior again.
Bring it back. I want to hear that Team Canada theme one more time.
And I want long hair Bobby Roode.
Someone go find A1, whatever fucking shonies he's operating, and bring him back in. Let's get him working. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Masha and Killer Kelly beat the hell out of each other.
Yes,
and
completely.
It looks like they're gonna become a tag team now. They did the whole like, I beat your ass.
They did the bar.
Yeah,
like they like after the match, Killer Kelly looks up and like licks her lips and smiles at Masha, and Masha smiles back. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh God, the female bar.
All right, I could dig this. Okay.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fun.
The brutal hose.
So the next match is the first title change, and I want to say before we get to the ending of it, I thought it was great. Trey was awesome. Chris was awesome.
Like I said, it's not like Chris Sabin isn't a great wrestler. He is. Chris Sabin is a great wrestler.
Right.
He just does not need to be pushed when you have people like Trey Miguel in your company.
I'm assuming one of these title reigns is going to be short. Like they wanted to just give Shelley his one title he's missing, and they wanted to give
Yeah.
Saban the record,
I
right?
can't see it like for both of them.
Like they both feel like
But
celebratory. Here's your moment, but
and
like
then and then they're gonna put it right on Nick Aldis.
that's the thing is it shouldn't go to Nick Aldis. It should go back.
Adoy,
It should go back to Macklin.
Adoy. It should
So
have never
like
doy. Should have never left Macklin.
And that's the thing. They've taken an unnecessary step because if they've had Shelley win.
Sometimes.
They've had Shelley win. Now we're gonna assume Aldis is gonna beat him.
Whoa, hold on. Wait a minute. They were talking about Saban getting the record. He'd be a 9-time champion, right?
Right.
Before that, do you know who had the record for the longest reigns? Chris Saban at 8.
Oh God.
And before that, it was Chris Saban at 7.
Oh God.
He's already
Chris
the longest. He's
Jericho.
already the most championships by 2.
Exactly.
That is
Now do you see why I was so angry?
I mean, no, I've always understood your point about that, Kenny. I like that. I'm a mark for the guns. I'll be honest with you. I fucking love the guns. But if Saban already had the record, if you already had the record,
why do you need to break another record of yourself?
Yeah, because like nobody was close. Nobody else is close to him. The people that are close to him are AJ Styles,
like I
Jay
said,
Lethal, and Austin Aries at 6. Like
Super
nobody. I'm looking at this right now. Kazarian's
close.
at 5.
Anywhere near it.
Kazarian has 5. I'm looking at trying to find guys that are in there currently, and it's like Kaz is the only person. I mean, there's no reason for him to have got that.
Chris Saban beating Trey the way he did, it like deflates the whole run that Trey has been on. Because Trey has been on he won turning heel, and he loses to Chris Saban.
Clean.
Again,
clean.
Love Chris Saban, big cradle shot guy. Just
wrong.
He already had the record. Give
Wrong
Trey the win.
move.
Keep building Trey. Trey's the future. Keep building Trey. But I guess like Matt said, they want to have the Eddie and Orgaz moment. But it wasn't
Chris Benoit, damn it. The man's name was Chris Benoit. All right, damn it. The man's name was Chris Benoit. God damn it. He did some foul fucked up. He did some foul shit. We all know he was wrong for what he did. May he rot wherever he is at. But his name is Chris Benoit. He shall not be. That's too much to say. Chris Benoit. There we go. Crispin. Okay.
Hey, one of the podcasts I listen to, that's what they call Deshaun Watson. They call him Voldemort.
His mama called him Chris. I'm gonna call him Chris.
They call that man Voldemort for like a whole year. When they talked about Deshaun Watson, that man's name was Voldemort. It's weird to say his name now because I'm like, oh, Voldemort. Like,
that's terrible.
Like they went with he who shall not be named, then they were like Voldemort.
That is fucking awesome.
He just earned his name.
But at least they gave him. They gave him a damn name. We still going. He'll shut up. Chris Benoit, damn it. Chris did it. All right, damn it. Chris did it. Chris was champ. Chris was a wrestler. Chris did some fucked up shit. Chris in hell. There we go.
That's what WWE really wants to put on the front. That's what they really want to put on stuff that got him on it. He did some fucked up shit. Chris in hell.
Right.
Next up was the introduction of a new match. Did you guys watch this? Did you guys watch the 841 match?
It got too long. It got too long. It was a good match, but it got too long for the kid. It got too long for the kid. I ain't even gonna hold you.
For those of you that didn't see it, it starts out as an 8-man tag. We had Bully, Nick, Heath, and Gresham on one side, and the other side was Mike Bailey, Moose, PCO, and Rich Swann. Moose his contract is reportedly up. If not now, it's up in like a few weeks. So I assumed he was either going to cost his team or he was going to win it and then lose at the next
Well,
show.
well,
I
check
was
this
right about
out. All right, he cost his team and he lost today to Richie Swan.
Looks like he's on the way out.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he gone. You
he
losing
gone.
to
Who got a jean vest now?
Whoever decides to pick him up better just fucking pull the trigger on Moose. That'd be my move. Don't send his ass
that
to
man
NXT.
about to.
Don't send his ass to NXT. Just
I'm about to
man
say,
about to
don't
be
send him to
on-
NXT. Don't send him to Rampage. Don't send him to Collision.
Oh, that's where he going. He going to Collision, baby.
like if he goes WWE, do not have him go down there to NXT.
He gonna be on Collision.
If he goes to AEW, don't do Collision.
If the only way I will accept Moose going to NXT is if Baron Corbin is champ.
Which also I don't want to see that happen.
Damn,
so that's another discussion. As a Corbin fan, I don't want it. I don't.
Damn.
Wow.
I don't want to ruin Melo. I want to have Melo hold this belt for a while. I don't want it to go to.
That's all right. Dolph ruined Braun.
Let's see. So yeah, Nick Aldis wins this.
Wrongly.
What's his wrong choice?
Wrongly.
They're doing the hand what they with Ronda, where they're like, I'm not coming here to get shot right at the top, and then like a match or two later, I'm going for the world championship. Like it's oh God.
That they got wrongly. When is Jonathan Gresham going to get a goddamn win? I haven't seen that man win yet. I've watched about 6 pay-per-views with this man in it and haven't seen him win shit. From ROH to Impact. I haven't seen this man win shit.
Yeah, he's signed. Gresham signed to them.
Right.
I was thinking like maybe he's not signing. He was there until Jordan was leaving, and then he'd leave too. But he's got a contract.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's. I'm gonna look up his Impact record. He has a 54% win rate.
No way.
Which is not. I feel like that's too high.
I was thinking more like 45.
He wins a lot of like tag matches, but like singles or like anything that's like for a belt or anything, he loses. He did beat Bailey once. It's because they're talking about this because
you absolutely fucking right, Reggie. We are fucking
2022. He had a few matches.
You are absolutely right, Reggie. Fucking Gresham is our version of insanity because
he's gotta win. He has to win.
At some point, he has to win, and he never does.
Well, damn! Look at my niece. Look at my niece. Say he won't.
He won't.
And he don't. And we ain't learned our lesson yet.
And guess what? I'm a pick him at Slammiversary too.
I damn sure am. Every match that man is in, I am picking him. I don't care.
Until
because he eventually has to win.
Because you know the second we don't pick him, he's gonna win.
He's gonna win.
The second we don't pick him, he's going. The second we don't pick him, he's gonna win King of the Mountain and cash it in and fucking be champion all in the same night. Exactly. He is Jonathan Gresham. I don't know if you noticed or not, but the UTR staff and fan base, we rock with you, brother, because we pick you for everything. Even though you've been we still been picking you. Okay,
that damn octopus, man. It's gonna work out one of these days.
We recognize your talent, Mr. Gresham.
Brother, we know you talented. Look, Mr. Gresham. Look, our fans. The UTR nation is behind you, Gresh. Like, who we gotta talk to in Impact to get you a win here, Papa? What we gotta do?
All right, look. If Trey is not getting that belt back, have Gresh snap Saban's leg. Let's just like
bingo, bongo, bongo.
Let's just do that real quick.
Can we get a
Gresh,
super Kimura lock on him? Somebody, please.
Good.
Gresh doing like weekly defenses of the belt as a I could get behind that. Next up was Deanna Purrazzo and Trinity against Giselle Shaw and Savannah Evans. It was fine for what it was. Just match for Trinity and Deanna looked good. They're having their
Right.
match this Slammiversary. Giselle looks better and better every time she wrestles. They're pushing the hell out of her this year. They're really
They really are. Out of nowhere too. It seems like to me, like
yeah. I don't know why, but I mean it's working. I mean she's doing great.
because like the last matchup I really remember of Giselle, she was fighting Lady Frost.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
That was a long ass time ago.
Right.
Long time.
She was fighting Lady Frost. She had a couple of matches here and there. I think we all picked her for some random ass match for a pay-per-view that she had. And we were like, yeah, she's probably going to win.
She had some pre-show match, and we were like, she's probably going to win that. And then she did.
Right. And then next thing we know, she's in Trinity's face and trying to get the world title. And I'm sitting there like, well, when the hell did this happen?
Yeah. They're really, they've strapped the rocket to her for some reason. But it's working out. She's good. She's doing.
And the entourage she got around her, too, is working out, too.
Savannah and Jiva Dow, they're not bad. Not bad. Next up, OVE return, baby. Ohio versus everything. Beat the Design. Son of a. Why can't the Design win a match now? What was the point?
Eric Young said, ain't nobody came to see y'all, Otis. They came to see me. Someone said, that's exactly what Eric Young hit them with.
And Eric Young is out eating catering and getting a big ass paycheck while
backstage going. Look at them.
He ain't even doing that. The dude's sitting at home giving gambling advice. He like does gambling advice on the side.
He does NHL hockey gambling. Yeah, that's
what you call it. Or he's somewhere on the river in a bathtub kayak. In a bathtub kayaking. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I love Eric Young's crazy ass dude.
That was my first introduction to Eric Young, not as a wrestler, as the man, as the bathtub man going down the river. Yes, that was literally my first introduction. Y'all know me. I'm weird. I like to flip through channels in the middle of the night, see what the hell I see, and I see some white dude looking like Hungry Jack floating in a tub down the river. I said, well, what the shit is this?
On. The what? You have not seen Eric Young in the bathtub? Hold on. I got it. I got to pull this up. Okay, it's...
Who hasn't seen that?
Booty Batty. Yeah, he used to host a reality TV show.
Right.
He was in TV.
He was doing like hanging off the side of cliffs, all types of shit.
All right.
So yeah, that was my first time seeing him. He's paddling down the river. We're gonna go down this river, and I'm like, well, why does he sound like he had 800 Marlboros?
Right.
What's going on with him?
He used to not sound like that. Marco can agree with me. He used to not always sound like that.
Now, but for some reason, now he sounds like the chick from Beetlejuice who had the hole in her neck, Juno.
I can't. They don't have the video on YouTube. Damn.
When he first started, when he was
you'll find it. You'll find it. It was
when
called
TNA first started, and he was in Team Canada. He sounded how he looked. He sounded like a kid.
Yeah, don't fire Eric. What was it, Matt? He had like polyps on his throat that kept growing.
Yeah, he has like all these polyps on his throat, and they go in and remove them, but it's gotten to the point now like it's just damaged his
hard tissue.
Yeah,
that his voice is permanently like that.
Yeah, and I and it stuff will change your voice. That's what I'm kind of worried about is that after this last surgery, I'm just going to be permanently Eric Young. I'll be the EYFUTR.
Dude, I love you to death, but I'm going to make fun of you.
He's going to make fun of him.
Because if I don't, then that means I don't like you. So
look, if y'all, all right, you haven't. Look, I'm sorry I couldn't find the clip, but just look up Eric Young off the hook. It was his old fishing show on, I think, the Travel Channel or something like that. He would do crazy ass shit. It was funny. There was the one fishing show I watched because I knew Eric Young was gonna. It was like fishing meets Jackass. That's the best way I could describe it.
It's everything meets Jackass. Because he was, like I said, hanging off side of mountains,
Yeah.
doing all types of dumb, wild shit. That's how I had my introduction to Eric Young. Then when I found out he was a wrestler, I was like, that's why he has no neck.
Too many pile drivers. Yeah, so High versus everything.
That's why he has no neck.
And the design was good. Madman Fulton is great. I don't know why he's not still signed there. Connor looks better every time I see him, which is interesting.
First, please tell me y'all are all watching Impact earlier when the design had their moment backstage and Andrew told, what you call it, that it was his fault and Connor was behind him like this, like giving him the oh my god face, like, oh my god, I can't believe. I'm like, dude, you can't be the scary muscle behind everybody doing this.
Right.
You can't do that,
Oh,
bro.
Are you seeing the 10-man tag right now? The 10
Yeah, that's another thing. That's too many people in this little ass ring.
You're about to see. I don't know if you saw it. You're about to see them stomp out Chris Sabin in a line. It's the funniest. They tosses us to the floor, and it's like that episode of Airplane, or that movie Airplane.
Nice.
Where they're shaking the woman like you gotta get a hold of yourself. Slap her. Next person.
And everybody gets some slaps with it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
That's absolutely perfect.
Next match was the main event. It was Alex Shelley versus Steve Macklin for the Impact World Championship. Great match.
Good ass match. Great ass match. Long ending.
Macklin continues to prove that he is one of the best signings they've had the past few years. Matt, did you find it?
Yeah, I found a clip on YouTube. It's like they want you to buy the actual seasons, but they have a whole bunch of clips. Just type in Eric Young off the hook, and just avoid all the ones that actually are asking for money.
Top 5 Eric Young Speedo moments. Why is he always in a damn Speedo?
Because he's Eric Young.
Don't ask questions. Terrible.
Good Lord.
Terrible.
Anyway, so yeah, Shelley and Macklin had a great match. Shelley he's not as fast as he used to be, but he's very close. And in his prime, I think he was one of the best wrestlers in the world.
Mm-hmm.
He's still very, very good. He didn't have to get carried through shit. He is like, I like Sabin, but you can tell Sabin's. I think just him continually to wrestle, his knees have gotten weaker. He's definitely a lot slower. Shelley, walking away and like, I'm just gonna be a technician for a while, and just like saving up money and not
having insurance.
I was about to say that man got insurance.
Like
having insurance.
You can tell one of them, the body is worn down, and one of them, they are damn near still fresh as they were.
Because they got insurance.
Very different. So Shelley and Macklin had a great match. And then out of nowhere, Macklin pulls off a turnbuckle, trying to like get away from a figure 4 leg lock. He gets head first into it. And then Shelley, he hits him with the super kick and the roundhouse.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it.
Oh yes. Oh yes, the stomp. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes, that stomp. Oh yes. They were putting boots to face right there. Oh yes.
Stomp moves. That was funny.
Yeah. You know what makes me hate Sabin even more? That fucking haircut.
It's like the evolved form of a bowl cut. It's like it's still there, and then the back kind of grew out. It's like a bowl cut and a mullet.
He looks like Lloyd cousin from fucking Dumb and Dumber or something like that. Like I can't. No.
Like seeing Steve Macklin lose the way he lost, it kind of makes me think. maybe he really was the placeholder for Josh Alexander, and this was where Josh was supposed to lose.
Maybe he was going to lose, and then Josh was going to lose to Nick or something.
Like either way, it's clear that he is the placeholder.
I still
he ain't getting that belt back.
I don't know, man. I still think he will.
I think he will.
Just not
on a win,
not this year. Not this year.
Right.
Not this year, but he'll get it back. But like he was I thought he was a great world champion. We didn't get to see a lot of his matches as world champion.
Right.
That match he had with PCO was sick. This was great. His promos are really good. His fucking what was that celebration he did? The changing of the guard or whatever. Like everything he did was money. That Matt said it was gonna happen. I still I know you didn't like it. I think for what they wanted to do, they want to give Shelley what he deserved, which he should have won the world title years and years ago, and he did.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the beginning of Impact with the whole how this 800-person match that we're watching right now was made? No. The fact that Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin came out pretty much saying we deserve our flowers. We paved the way for Impact. Like you're like everything that I said. Like we know you are a staple of this fucking company. There's no reason for you to have the belt. And what you hear in the background is the Bronx, folks. Welcome to the Bronx, where anything close to July 4th means fireworks will be set off. It is now June 15th. So boom, boom. That is the beginning of fireworks season.
It is Juneteenth. We are in the teens of the June.
So that means everybody that lives in the Bronx is now renting a car to go drive to Pennsylvania to go buy fireworks where it's legal and come back here. Welcome to NYC. But they made it known in their promos they have been here since the beginning. And Giselle Shaw said, well, you think you deserve all of this? Alex Shelley said, yep.
Yeah,
you guys got the red carpet. He said when we were here, there was no carpet. We laid down the hardwood floor and the carpet. So you prove my point. You've been there since the beginning.
I don't even think Shelley was there from the beginning. I think Shelley.
Right, they have to be there by default because everybody else is technically gone.
Yeah, Sabin was the original. Shelley was there because Shelley was in Ring of Honor for a while, and then he jumps over right before we start getting the WWE people coming in, like the W's and Rhino and Jeff and all that stuff. But like,
didn't need it.
I think because my idea was like, all right, he wins it, sick, and then Macklin wins it back at Summit. Wait, no, we've already got a match at Slammiversary. Shelley's fighting Nick Aldis. Why the fuck is he fighting Nick Aldis? Why is Nick Aldis already like it? It just kind of fell into place for me where I was like, what? No, wait, no, wait, wait, no, that's not good. And again, I'm happy for Shelley. I think Shelley deserves to be able to say he's like a Grand Slam champion.
Right.
I just hate that it comes at the
expense of the younger talent.
Expensive. Well, let's not say younger. Steve Macklin's like 36. But you know, he's in his prime, whereas Shelley
is my age and older.
Fuck the Motor City Machine Guns. That's all I got to say.
Whoa! I'm like, let's not be disrespectful.
Margo said, "I refuse to go in. I refuse to go into the surgery with that kind of."
Yeah.
Mongo, I love you.
We trying to do? Get me killed, huh? You trying to piss off God the day before I go into surgery? All right, I see how it is.
Fuck him. Not you. Fuck him. Hey,
I want it on my tombstone. If I don't make it, I want it to be, this is Mike's fault.
No.
Oh shit!
Long live the Motor City Machine Guns.
Fuck them. Man, listen. I know they're great, but I'm so tired of those two. Oh my god, I'm sick of them. I'm sick of them.
It's because
I'm
you
just
you
sick of
sick of
them.
you. You know what it is, Mike? It's not just the Motor City Machine Guns you're sick of, brother. You're sick of anybody that's been there when you was a kid, coming back and trying to win a title from the younger generation. That's what it is.
Exactly.
I'm telling you.
I was a teenager when I first started when I start watching Chris Sabin wrestle. I'll be 32 this year. Like, I remember when Chris Sabin was in Impact. When they were young and fresh. I remember watching Chris Sabin
when they were the actual Motor City Machine Guns.
Exactly. I remember
back
that.
when they were Murder City Machine Guns.
Exactly. Like back then they were cool. Like now it's like I get it. They're a legendary tag team, this and that, but they do not need to have both of Impact's main titles. I'm sorry. Like
No, they don't.
They don't need it.
Just one.
They don't need it.
None. Just none.
I'm with Mama. Just one, not both.
No.
Just one.
Neither one of y'all.
Only one
look,
Nick
Aldis win it and lose it right back to Macklin.
Nick Aldis just bust Alex Shelley in the head with the belt.
It's like, okay, I can understand.
So now Nick Aldis is turning heel. Now we got a heel Nick Aldis.
Yeah, it's heel Nick Aldis.
It's like, okay,
unnecessary.
I understand.
Who is
Shelley
the main event
having his Kofi moment? I understand that.
But that's all it is. That's all it is, Mike. That's all it is. And you can even have it shorter than Kofi's reign, which is already, he had a solid run. Bad ending, solid run.
I was about to say, Kofi's reign wasn't that short. Kofi's reign was at least 6 months. 6 months. 6 months. Yeah.
He had a good reign.
It was just a bad ending, but he had a good 6 months. You can have Shelley have it for 3 weeks. He doesn't have to beat 9 people. Just have him win it once. Macklin beat the absolute shit out of him, make him bleed on the canvas.
But we're not getting Macklin.
That's not what we're doing.
Gregory.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is I'm saying I like Shelley doing this if we're gonna have Macklin take it back. I don't like it if it's moving it off of Macklin to have Aldis beat the hell out of Shelley. I don't think.
Well, guess what, Gregory? That's what we're getting. Okay.
That's where I think they're going to swerve us. I think that's where they're going to end up swerving because Mongo already said Aldis isn't going to be there long. If he's not going to be there long, they're just going to turn him heel so he can lose in dipshit fashion to send Aldis on his way.
Shelley wins. Macklin can see I was right about Aldis. I'm hoping
because it's going to be dumb because it's obvious. Like I'm pretty sure Alex Shelley is a transitional champion. Like he's not going to be this champion long, which is going to be dumb because it's probably going to go back.
I mean,
going to go back to Macklin.
I hope Macklin.
I think it's Macklin. You can maybe do like the people that you want to have as a world champion like the next 2 years are Chris Bay, Ace Austin, Trey Miguel. They don't really have any like powerhouses that haven't won the belt yet. That like
right.
Like if Jake something was still there, maybe you do Jake. Those are the 3 guys you kind of want to focus on. And Gresham, if Gresham's still there, you want Gresham to be a part of it. Not Nick Aldis.
Right.
Not Nick Aldis. Aldis
because going from Shelley to Aldis is transitional to transitional. That would be dumb.
I don't think he sounded like a long-term deal. So he might not be there longer than Trinity. Trinity might be longer than him. And Trinity at least has wrestled like 9 matches before she gets her title shot. It's very different. That's a very different lineup.
That's why I said Nick Aldis is on this Cody run because they're just hot-shotting everything to him. It's like, how long is your deal? Because now you've shown up. You've become number 1 contender. You've turned heel. Are you going to win the title? Probably not. And then you're going to just be gone.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. There's no way Nick Aldis is only 36 years old.
He looks like he's 42.
He's 36?
He looked like he is 42.
Jeez.
He's wrestling. He was 16.
Whoa there, Matthew. Easy on
Black. Black doesn't crack.
Whoa there.
Am I crazy? I thought he was in his 30s back when in his first run. Am I nuts?
Right.
When he was like
Black don't
32 when he was-
crack. You still don't look a day over 21.
Yeah,
I thought
shit.
Magnus was like 30. I didn't know Magnus was like 24. You know?
No, you know what? Yeah, he was young. I remember them bragging. I remember at one point he was bragging about being one of the youngest NWA champions.
Too bad he looks like he's 75.
Yeah, he is not aged well at all. I mean, he looks like a champion, but he looks like he's in his 40s.
Dang.
Am I wrong? He does look like he's.
I thought he was Mickey's
Y'all gonna
age.
stop fucking disrespecting
He looks
40s
like a
like that,
taller.
yo.
He looks like a taller.
I really thought he was
Not
Mickey's
against
age.
40s. I'm just saying, like he does look like a white dude in his 40s. Am I wrong? I'm sorry. That's just what I think. That's what he looks like.
Y'all gonna stop disrespecting the 40-year-olds out here, but to raise that number to 50s. I don't care what you say about them.
He looked like he looked like his wife's age. That's what I thought he was Mickey's age.
Yeah,
She out here. She out here rocking the cradle.
Mickey's 43, looking like she's in her 30s.
Yes.
That's weird. That's a weird swap.
She took his youth. That's what she did. She took his youth.
She took his.
She took his youth.
Look, fair trade. Fair trade.
Why is Will Ospreay's coat so goddamn big and heavy out here looking like Jon Snow walking to the wall?
Because he is frail and cold. Okay,
That's why he be hurt all the time.
He's a cold,
fucking heavy ass coat, bro. Looking like Jon Snow walking to the wall and shit like that. Just damn,
I
brother.
always low-key wondered why his coat was so big. I was like, why is his coat like a 12X?
Like,
so overall score of Against All Odds, what would you give?
I'm biased.
I'll give it a B. I'll give it a B.
Matches. No, you need to include the endings. About everything.
Okay.
Was it worth watching? Is what I want.
A fucking C.
A C.
C plus. Above average.
So you would not go back and rewatch this?
Not one fucking bit.
I would probably rewatch the 8-4-1 match because that's probably going to be something they're going to continue.
Yeah, that's a gimmick match they can do. That's not the craziest shit you've ever heard.
Right.
It was
cocaine on the side.
Here's the thing. It's a lot simpler when it's actually being done than them explaining the shit.
Mm-hmm.
And the rules of them explaining it. Like,
I always add like 9 sentences to the explanation. They're like, here are all the rules, and it's just like it's an 8-man tag. Winning team is a 4-way. Winner's the new more contender. That's all you gotta say. But they like really complicate everything.
Oh, like yeah, it's
over explain it.
Really did. Like,
remember when they first did the King of the Ring, and they had like 5 minutes of explaining the rules.
Oh god!
All it was is it's a reverse ladder match. It's a reverse ladder match, and you can get pinned. And if you get pinned, you're in a penalty box. Boom. That's it. That's all it is. That's the match. But they had to be like, if you get pinned in the penalty box for 5 minutes, you can shut the fuck up and just get to the match.
Explain that shit like they do the damn Heritage Cup matches. That shit is explained so damn quick. It makes so much damn sense. And you forget the rules right after that match is over.
Right. It's a bunch of 2 minute rounds, fuckers. That's it. That's your match. Get as many wins as you can in them 2 minute rounds.
Yeah. Oh, did y'all talk about that? Let's talk about that real quick. What the fuck happened there? Why is Noam Dar hurt?
Supposedly I don't know if he's actually injured or if it's a work. So
it looked like a work to me.
Because that was weird. Why would you just not have him lose it to Nathan Frazier if you're gonna have it go to Nathan? Man, also, why would you have him lose it?
Man, I'm be honest.
Or like
I'm low key glad it happened because man, I'm glad I was about to do the first move of the fantasy season. I was about to straight drop somebody for Noam Dar because I'm like, oh, he gonna beat Nathan Frazier. Yep, glad that didn't happen.
Right.
I was waiting for this week, and I was gonna try to make a move too, if he won. Now I don't gotta worry about it. Though he could beat Wes.
Ain't nobody about to touch that Heritage Cup. Ain't nobody about to touch that shit now.
That shit.
No one's picked up Nathan Frazier.
Ain't nobody gonna pick up him now.
No one's picked up Nathan Frazier.
Woo!
Ain't nobody.
If they kept it on Noam Dar, he would have been in the fantasy radar. But now we know they're about to be like, bing, 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 bing. Nope. That's minus six.
Also, what about Dabakato getting his ass whooped by Scripps?
About Reggie and A Kid, because I'm calling them by their real name, Reggie and A Kid.
Reggie and the kid beat up Daba.
Reggie and the kid.
Like I hope
Reggie and the kid beat up Daba.
Him taking the mask off. Like it has to, right? That's the only thing this has to lead to.
No,
I think so.
No,
it has to lead to that because Dabakato, Daba don't care.
But I want to continue to disrespect Reggie. Look, Reggie. Unfortunately, this is just this is what we're doing. I mean, he got to win.
I don't know why they're still calling him Scripps, and we clearly see he is Reggie.
Reggie, I hate to tell you this, man. Only cool Reggies we know is you and Reggie Hammond, aka Eddie Murphy from Beverly Hills Cop. Okay. See, I was a fan of Reggie Bush until he, had his whack ass run with my 49ers. Fucking punk ass. Whack ass run as a 49er.
Of course.
I was talking about USC.
To get hurt, the only game he fucking plays for is bitch ass motherfucker. Yeah.
I fucked with USC Reggie Bush.
I'm a caller, and I gotta get up early for this operation. So I will let everybody know how it goes. And to everybody that's been watching this, we appreciate it. It's been good talking to y'all. And I'm gonna stay the champ. So later.
Did this little punk ass bastard just give us the finger, and this punk ass mother Mongo, wait till your ass come out of surgery.
Right.
Wait till your ass come out of surgery. I ain't gonna say nothing bad about you now, because we want you to go through and make it out okay. Wait till your ass get out of surgery. Right? Say it again.
Yeah, that title change is so dumb to me. Apparently, I think it's a work like
craven ass Mongo.
Hey Mongo, that's why the motor machine gun. I go. I will leave him alone for Mongo's sake.
I'm not. Fuck them.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck them.
Mongo.
Fuck them.
And Alex Trebek boys.
Oh, fuck them. I love that video. The little kid me was like, that's the first time I've ever seen Alex Trebek cuss. So I was like,
exactly.
Fuck him.
Pretty much. See, I keep trying to tell y'all Mongo's a dick. Everybody always think it's me. Nope. I be defending myself against Mongo's brutal and vicious attacks. That's all. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But it was overall, like we said, I'm giving that Impact show a C. Unnecessary title changes. Unnecessary wins for unnecessary. It doesn't build any. I have zero interest in Alex Shelley and Nick Aldis.
Yeah, this is going to be a mad period for them. This is where they're just going to have to sell us. It's like, y'all going to have to sell this to me. to make me
Is it
actually be interested in it.
is it Slammiversary like their WrestleMania or the
Hey,
SummerSlam? It's their
It's
WrestleMania, right?
it's their WrestleMania.
So for your WrestleMania main event, you got
Either that
two
or
old
Bound for
dudes.
Glory, one of those. But it's still a WrestleMania type show.
So your WrestleMania is two old dudes fighting for your biggest belt.
That's classic WrestleMania. That's
So
old WWE.
basically, I was about to say, basically, Impact, you just gave us Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Because nobody was really clamoring. We all here, we love and respect the Motor City Machine Guns, but none of us was clamoring. That's why I think it's Bound for Glory. Slammiversary might be, like Kenny said, their SummerSlam. It's one of their big four. I got them all mixed up at this point, but it's one of their big four. I know that much. But at this, we love and respect Motor City Machine Guns. But yeah, they're literally classic TNA.
That's one of the reasons why I used to flip from them when I would see it on my television.
Like, I've watched TNA. I've watched them since the point I was able to watch them, because I was not. We all here. We all black. My mama was not down with no $1.99 weekly pay-per-view, because that's how they used to show their shows. Their Raw, their Impact was literally a weekly pay-per-view for $1.99. People was buying it, but not at our house. It wasn't.
Oh no, we wasn't.
TNA. I started keeping up with TNA when they debuted on Fox Sports Net.
Listen, growing up in the house, if you ain't have a hookup for that hot box for your cable box, you wouldn't know no pay-per-view.
Right.
But see, my dad, I wouldn't. You want to hear the bullshit? I would watch pay-per-views like 2 months after they happen, because you know why? My dad would buy the video.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just thinking Barry Windham beat Ric Flair for the belt, and that shit was 6 months ago. Ric Flair don't want it back.
Oh, I'll tell you right now, I am like the ultimate expert on like the 1998 Survivor Series, the Deadly Games tournament, because I checked that thing out so many times at the public library.
Yeah.
I watched that so many times, seeing Mankind make his way all the way through that tournament, thinking he had the trust of the corporation just for The Rock to shock everybody. And everybody's like, why, Rocky? The Rock has joined the corporation. I was like, I love that pay-per-view. Austin got screwed over. Everybody thought Rock went into it as a babyface. Everybody thought, oh, it's Rock, the babyface, versus Mankind, the puppet of the corporation. Psych! Rock is a puppet. He's actually working for the corporation.
Like I said,
I've seen that. WrestleMania 14. I've seen that a gazillion times.
Dude, my dad used to buy the old AWA, NWA, WCW. Dude, I'm watching Halloween Havoc, not realizing it's currently May.
Right. That's what I would be doing. I like that's like, if you like, people don't understand the days of having old wrestling tapes, like pre-WWE Network. Whatever tapes you had was your tapes. That's why
if you wanted to see one match, woo, you ain't fast forwarding and wanting and breaking my mama or daddy VCR. Oh hell no, because they ain't gonna have money to replace that. You gonna watch this whole shit through.
Yep.
I used to take old tapes and just record over them.
Yeah, that's what I used to do. I used to go like, back when videotapes were cheap, I would go to like Big Lots and take my little Upward Bound stipend and take that little $40 and buy like $20 worth of videotapes, and like, because I would record raw. Like what we do now, streaming, watching old episodes of Raw. I had that shit on tape. Because I'm like,
Exactly.
You want to know how old I am? I'm Reggie. If you still watching, you'll remember this. Back in the day, Pro Wrestling Illustrated, the magazine, the last 4 pages were just advertisements.
oh
But
yeah.
the first page of that was a whole list of videos of different shit that you could buy. My dad used to check off the little box and send a check in and get the Kerry Von Erich, the best of Kerry Von Erich, Dusty Rhodes' greatest hits, or shit like that. Whole VHS. We would get like 4 of them at a time. They would be ours to keep. But do you know how many times I've seen Starcade 87? I've seen that shit at least 15 to 20 times, yo. Starcade, every Starcade from 87 up until 92, I've seen at least 16, 17 times a piece.
Oh man, the pay-per-view that I used to just play to death, because this was the first pay-per-view my parents let me buy. It was SummerSlam 2001. In the height of the fucking invasion.
I was gonna say that is so ass.
You had The Rock beating Booker T for the WCW world title.
Mm-hmm.
That is, people hate the invasion storyline, but that storyline is low key fire when you look back. Like they did the best they could do because they show as hell was not about to be paying. Come on now, even if the three of us, if we're the NWO, this NWO podcast, if we're the NWO and they telling us, hey, y'all can come here and get this WWE money, forget that WCW money y'all getting, or y'all can sit at home and just sit at home and keep collecting your WCW check. Which one you gonna do? I'm gonna keep my ass at home and get my WCW check until
black
it
ass
out.
at home.
Mm-hmm.
That's what all of them did. That's why people was like little kid me, because even at that time I was like, what, 2001? Yeah, I was 13. 13-year-old me didn't understand contracts, so I'm over there wondering the same thing Mike probably wondered. Where the hell Goldberg? Where the hell Hulk Hogan at? I know there's people in WCW. Where are they at? Why ain't they showed up?
I'm
Why
like,
is it
what
just
the hell
Booker
is a
T?
Chuck Colombo and a Lance Storm?
Why is it all the other people in Booker T?
Right. It's
Black
Booker,
Snow.
DDP, Booker T, and then everybody else.
Right.
Why is DDP stalking the Undertaker's wife? Like, what? 10-year-old
They're like, you're supposed to hate DDP. I was like, but I like DDP.
Exactly. I'm over here doing this.
Right, and this motherfucker by window with a headpiece on, smiling.
Oh, what you mean I'm supposed to hate this dude now?
Like DDP done worked his way up to the top. What you talking
They're
about?
like, Booker T is here. They're going to put him against The Rock. I'm like, but I like both of them. They do the same move.
Exactly.
This is called the booking. Like, I was so confused at that point. Like, yo, these people was good in WCW. Why are they supposed to be bad now?
Exactly.
The only
Like,
person
why is Booker T a heel?
Listen, the only person who made it out of that whole scenario was Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio, thankfully, his contract ran out just in time. And then they hyped him up, and he showed up after the invasion. After they already did the brand split. Triple H was a huge beneficiary of that because he tore his quad and he missed the whole invasion.
Let me tell you how bad that in retrospect, because like Matt said, I love that storyline.
Right.
What it was worth, I love it. But this is how bad it was now. Not just 20 years later, this is how bad it was. They had to merge ECW with WCW together and call them the Alliance. That's how bad that was. Because you didn't have Goldberg. You didn't have Ric Flair and them. You didn't have Sting. You didn't have Kevin Nash and Scott Hall.
But mind you, ECW was nothing but WWE people who weren't being seen every week, except for like four ECW originals.
It was mostly all the old ECW people that
Which was like four of them.
In WWE anymore.
You had the W Boys, you had RVD, Taz. Man, now you think about it, yeah, it was four.
Yeah, it was them. You had the big
Rhino,
Taz, Dudley Boys, RVD, and Lance Storm. We'll throw him in there. And after that, you had people like Mike Awesome. And
Sandman didn't last.
Sandman, yeah, people like after they brought it back after that, they had they had a whole bunch and they had Paul Heyman. They had Paul Heyman during that time. But like the Alliance was so garbage. And like Reggie said, Buff Bagwell, that's where they messed up. That like people have never watched the one night. I honestly thought it was going to continue, and I was looking forward to it, but it didn't. And Mike probably remembers this because he was a kid. I was a teenager. So I'm over here like, oh shoot, these niggas really. Looking back in hindsight, if y'all think about this, Mike, these niggas really went out their way, came up with a whole new logo, a whole new everything, and scrapped that shit after one fucking week.
Both Bagwell got fired after one night.
It's an episode. It's like March 2001. It's like I don't know. It's sometime in 2001. It might sometime in 2001. They tell us that. For the first half of Raw, I don't even know if Raw was 3 hours. Raw couldn't be 3 hours. But they said for the last hour of Raw, at the 10 o'clock hour, that it was going to turn into WCW. Which to 13-year-old me, I'm like, yo, what do you mean? This about to turn into a whole new show within a show. Within a show. Like, well, what do you mean it's going to be two shows on the same show for 2 hours? Like, all right. So they hype us up. They hype this up. 10 o'clock hits. JR and the King is like, all right, we'll see you guys later. We're going to sign off and we're going to push it over to WCW. I think it was Scott Hudson and Arn Anderson as the commentators for whatever the fuck that was called in WCW, because it definitely was not called Nitro. May it burn in hell forever. In more ways than one.
Right.
And I don't even think it was an hour. I think it was just for the last segment was going to be WCW. The main event was for the first time ever on WWF television or WWE television. We were going to have WCW champion Booker T defending the championship against Buff Bagwell. And apparently this was supposed to be the beginning of the initial brand split. This was supposed to be the brand split. They were going to have WCW be its own separate company and traveling. Kind of like what they did with SmackDown when it was traveling and had its own. I love that. That brand split was awesome. Raw had its own live show schedule. SmackDown had its own live show schedule. The only time you saw Raw and SmackDown people, that's where the concept of a super show happened. If they had a super show, you saw both of them. Then they started fucking it up and putting it on TV, and that's where it all went to hell.
Wait, hold on. I'm trying to. Didn't Mike Awesome have a character where he loved fat girls?
Yeah, he was a fat kid thriller.
That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to Mike Awesome.
Thriller. That was in WCW. He was that 70s guy. in WCW. They did a lot of fuck
Listen,
shit with him.
ain't nothing wrong with a BB. Ain't nothing wrong with BBW. But I'm dead that was his fucking thing, man. Like,
Oh, I can tell you. I can tell you all about WCW, the last years of WCW, because I was right there tuned in. Because I ain't know, I had just started watching wrestling. It was just wrestling to me. It didn't look terrible. The only time it looked terrible is when when Vampiro set Sting on fire. Because even as a kid, I was like, yo, what the hell?
nah. I told you, my forever what the hell moment will be Macho Man Randy Savage being tied up in the rope and Jake the Snake letting that snake gnaw on his goddamn arm. And they talking about it's a cobra. I'm like, this man gonna die on national television. This man gonna die.
They got me when Rock threw Stone Cold, go to hell, you piece of trash.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you saw, looking back, it was clear that was a damn stupid dummy. But my ass, I thought that was his. I was like, oh shoot, yeah. Stone Cold dead.
Oh yeah, 7, 8-year-old me. Oh yeah, I thought Stone Cold was a goner.
Austin gone
on that river. I'm like,
I'm old. I'm gonna take it back even further. One more on y'all. You could not get me to not believe that Macho Man did not make Ricky the Dragon Steamboat swallow his tongue when he hit him in the throat with that goddamn bell. They had Ricky Steamboat turn blue and everything, bro. They had an interview with him 3 weeks later, and your man was there. When I get my voice back, I'm gonna and I'm sitting there, little old kid, going, oh my God, they done broke Ricky's throat. I ain't never hear Ricky Steamboat talk again until his ass got old. So until he made that comeback and had that little run in WWE during that old time and shit, and I heard Ricky talk again, I still thought his throat was fucked up from the Macho Man hitting him with the goddamn bell.
Now the old
yeah.
Now when older, the one time where it made me want to just kind of just slap people upside their head, because I love the storyline and I hate what happened that resulted in canceling of it, even though I know what was going to happen now in hindsight. People hate the storyline. I love it. When Mr. McMahon blew up in the limo, people really thought that fucker died. The man didn't die. Even Donald Trump thought he died. That should have told us right there he didn't need to be president. Because he called them, was like, oh, how is my friend Vince doing? They're like, that it was fake. Cool. He ain't dead. But people was hitting me up like, yo, did Vince McMahon really blow up? Like, why would they show a murder on live television?
Nah. As a grown man.
I know we seen 9/11, but no.
Nah, the part that the shit that got me as a grown man is chopping he pee off.
Oh, look, yeah, you was grown. I thought they did
it. I was grown and I thought they did it. I was grown. I thought Val Venus got.
See, I thought it was fake, but the little snap, whatever they cut, got me. That look. I was like, oh, that was it. It's gone. That little click. And she was screaming. She's like, no.
And your man Val. And your man Val just passed out.
My little 8-year-old ass was just laughing at wee wee.
I was over there scarred, like, oh no. I like Val Venus has lost that.
But right, Kane's shocking nutsacks was a motherfucker too.
Yeah, that's very line.
Kane was wild. Kane set JR on fire in the mid-interview.
Kane said, like, people hated it. Like, Kane unmasking was such a flop. But when he initially unmasked, what the shit he was doing was so fucking crazy and like made him like seem like he was unhinged. I'm like, yo, he's setting people on fire. He shot.
Kane scarred teenage me. Unmasked Kane, he scarred teenage Mike.
JR was having a regular conversation with him. Next thing we know, JR on the ground on fire.
That shit, I'll never forget that because I was sitting in my room watching that, and he started beating JR up. And then he set him on fire, and I remember the JR's voice like, and I'm like,
I'm sitting there thinking to myself, well, damn, WWE done went too far this time. They showing a man about to turn into charcoal on national television.
You know what? The ruthless aggression era fucked me up because Michael Cole getting hot and right.
Hot, bro.
oh yeah, Lita had a miscarriage because she got sexually assaulted by Kane, and she was pregnant by Kane. Then she lost the baby because of Snitsky, who said it wasn't his fault.
And then Snitsky punted a fake baby across the ring
into the crowd, and that fucker had a foot fetish. He like feet.
Yeah, it was rough.
That was ruthless aggression. Oh yeah, and all during that
wait.
Also,
I got a funny story.
On Matt Hardy.
I got a funny one for you.
Yeah,
I remember. Oh God. I was over at my cousin's house. We wanted to watch wrestling. Right? It was a pay-per-view. My aunt was not hearing ordering a pay-per-view. I convinced her, Auntie, please. I finally convinced her. What was this pay-per-view? It was the bathing suit fucking competition that Jerry the King Lawler was hosting, where Sable came out with the goddamn handprint for
yeah.
My aunt is looking at me like, and I'm sitting there. Look at Jackie. Yeah. Yeah. That was the last time I got my aunt.
That was the last pay-per-view that was ever ordered. I like Billy and Chuck. Billy and Chuck they were awesome. I am a Billy Gunn like stan. I love Billy Gunn. Like that's my dude.
Rico, nah. The fact they got all the way up to the wedding, it was like, we're not gay. I'm not gay. You get no, I'm not gay. That shit had me crying.
Katie Couric and did a whole interview talking about that they was gay. And that they was really gonna go for that. They were really getting married. And I'm like, Vince really getting this shit? Like, I know they not. I know Billy Gunn's not gay. I'm like, I know that Billy Gunn is not really gay. Mr. Ass is not gay.
Especially not with them clone
saying, like, no.
Especially not with them clone copy sons he got of his. Like, how you make yourself twice like a stamp? Bang, bang.
He the third time because Dolph is his real other son. As much as HBK be trying to act like he's HBK, he is Billy Gunn to the fullest.
To this day. The ass man ain't gay. That's right.
I know he ain't.
Anybody that can come out with a song, I'm an ass man. You can't be, well, technically. That song does scream "Ayo" all over it. But
I know that motherfucker ain't gay shit. That was my gamer tag for years.
Right. That was Mike. It's funny because that was Mike's and mine was "Oh, you didn't know."
Matt and I are the new age outlaws.
Only on Call of Duty. Only on knife matches.
So we have breaking announcement from Mongo. Alex Shelley and Steve Macklin will have a rematch Friday, June 30th. Impact Wrestling Down Under.
Oh, let the fuckery happen in Australia, baby.
Oh my God. Please, wrestling gods, I don't ask.
At the Equinox Center in Wagga Wagga, Wagga, Australia. Okay.
What Wagga? Is this the Muppets? Like,
Gee.
did Fozzie Bear create his own damn city in Australia?
Sticky James, I believe it.
Like, what
I
the
believe it.
Wagga Wagga? What the hell? What are the Wagga Wagga? I've
The
heard of
first
Melbourne.
here,
I've heard of
the
Sydney.
wait. How about the first comment on this tweet says this is the weirdest location possible for an Australian show.
Right.
That's the first response on that tweet.
Because we only know the places that they tell us to know. We don't know, just like they don't know nothing about no damn Louisville, Kentucky. They know New York, New York. They know Dallas, Texas. They know Los Angeles, California. They don't know nothing about no
Right.
Louisville, Kentucky.
Right. I'm gonna start calling people on like Wagga Waggas.
Wagga
Well, they
Wagga.
probably if I say something's in Louisville, Kentucky, they're gonna be like, oh, they might be like, oh, fried chicken, fried chicken, fried chicken. No.
Those-
Wagga
Well-
Wagga, Australia.
Yeah.
Man.
That
Oh,
is-
dang, I glanced
is
at
that
that. I thought it said something else.
Is that they hood? Is that
I thought it said
Australia's
nigga. That's what it looked like, low key.
Man, you gotta add a couple G's in there.
All right, it looked like a Naga, Australia.
Is that the hood in Australia? We got any Australians watching? Is Wagga Wagga the hood?
one thing I do want to bring up before
Man, 5 a.m. Oh, hell no.
right.
I just
5
read
a.m.
that 5 a.m.
5
Eastern.
a.m. Eastern. 7 p.m. Australian Eastern time. No, thank you.
Man, screw that. Now you know if you wake up at 5 a.m., dang, them people sit down for dinner in Australia.
That ain't Wagga Wagga. That's Gullah Gullah.
Naga.
Hey, first of all,
Naga.
put some respect on my man Binya's name, all right?
That's his cousin.
Gullah
Wagga.
That shit Gullah Gullah, baby. Gullah Gullah Island. Get it right, baby.
That's Wagga Flocka's
Gullah
cousin,
Island.
Wagga.
Shout out to Gullah Gullah Island. Shout out to my man Binya, all right? We hate my
Binya, the Polywog.
Right.
I don't really remember the NWO Binya.
My
Yeah.
man
You
Binya.
heard
Shout
me?
out to Binya, man.
Wagga Wagga got to be a city in Fraggle Rock. Down in
Wagga
Fraggle
Wagga.
Rock.
How do y'all back to wrestling? How do y'all feel about Oscar's new belt? She got a new title on Friday. Oh, her and Rhea both got their new belts. They're just they're the baby versions of the world titles.
Listen, here's the thing. The world titles. The one thing that I do find funny, well, not funny. The one thing that I do find interesting is that Oscar's title does have the word undisputed on it.
Right.
That is very interesting. So now there's an undisputed women's title, and Wagga Wagga's almost 5 hours away from Sydney.
It's it. I
that's
typed in Wagga. This shit said to get there, it would take me 1 day and 2 hours.
Hell no.
Nigga, is you walking? Hey.
And it's going on 1 p.m. right there right now. They having lunch.
They're
in Friday. They about to be drinking.
They are celebrating Juneteenth right now.
Right.
No, they ain't.
They celebrating Wagga team.
Wagga Friday. Yeah, wallabies and all that. Yeah.
They really are going to look for their, or they're going to try to find another Bronson Reed. That's what they're going to do. But the new titles look good. I'm just mad that you know who is back in the picture. Voldemort, Charlotte.
Yeah, I'm really disappointed to see that. I'm not disappointed.
Like Me and Matt was talking about this. Oscar needs her run, man. Oscar legit needs a serious run with a title the way that she had in NXT. Like this woman has literally won every tournament, belt, anything that you can have for that company with regards to the women. Royal Rumble, Money in the Bank. Like, what
She's
else?
done it all. She's
Is
literally
she
done it all.
there? Is she there? Okay, I know Charlotte has the most reigns,
Mm-hmm.
but is Oscar their greatest women's champion ever?
Yes,
I would say yeah,
the greatest,
because
the greatest women's champion with the worst title runs.
it like if you take out of all the times Charlotte has won, because it's literally just Charlotte just wins a bunch of times. Like somebody on Twitter literally called her. They're like, she is the biggest nepo baby in wrestling
Really is.
because it's literally the only reason she's won so many titles. Some of those titles are earned. Like I look, there's the times where she gets those standing ovations because we like, yeah, you did the damn thing. Yeah, you won that one. You got that one. But a lot of those, it's just y'all want to inflate the number. Y'all want to
Right.
inflate the number. Y'all want to inflate
Like
the number.
let's be realistic. We're not saying that Charlotte is not athletically skilled. Yes, she is definitely athletically skilled. She has raised the bar for a numerous amount of female competitors as far as their matches and stuff like that. But even from NXT, she was pushed to the forefront when she wasn't that good because of who she is. If her daddy was Joe Schmo down the block, we wouldn't be talking about Charlotte with double-digit title runs.
And she knows that. Oh yeah, we
Right?
know. Like
She
we don't
is.
think she's not either. It's just like a lot. She when we look back, they're gonna have to. They're at some point they're gonna have to realize you can't John Cena her because they did the same thing with John Cena. After a while, they realized, oh shit, we gave John Cena 15 rings.
We done
We ain't
fucked up.
mean to do that. That's why he tied it, and he ain't breaking it. He tied it
Mm-hmm.
because they literally realized. Because if you think about it, his first world title reign was in 2004, and he won that title 16 more times. Like, bruh,
Hmm. That's a lot.
you gave him too many title reigns, which led to Randy getting too many title reigns.
Mm-hmm.
Because Randy won his first title in 2004. They got
Mm-hmm.
more title reigns than Triple H, I think.
Yeah, I think Trips has like what 13,
Triple H is 13, and they're like 13,
right?
14, 15, 16 time
Yeah.
champions. Roman ain't gonna be that. I think Roman is like a 5-time, 6-time champion. Seth ain't gonna be that. Seth is probably like a 4 or 5-time champion.
And
Like
you know
they're
what?
cutting people's title reigns out like that.
That's how they did, but that's how it was back in the day. That's just like
Yeah.
Hogan ain't have double-digit title runs.
yeah,
That
like
motherfucker just had
Hogan,
like two
Macho
long
Man,
fucking runs.
like
Right.
Macho Man, like those dudes had only like what 3, maybe 4 runs at the
Like
most.
I remember it being a big deal when The Rock won because they're like The Rock is like the first, like he's won the WWE Championship for like the 3rd time. It was like a big deal. We're like, oh my god! Now it's like, oh yeah, they won. Roman won again.
Yeah, like yeah, and you know what? That's great. I'm glad that they're going back to how they did it back in the day with the title reigns. I would rather have someone have a long ass title reign than win it 3-4 times in a 2-year span. Like
Yeah,
they're doing too much.
just like what
That
Big
answers
Daddy
that
said,
question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
would you rather
That
have the
answers that
most or
question.
the longest? And
Mm-hmm.
it seems like Triple H is literally doing that. Vince was
Mm-hmm.
with
Hold on.
Mo.
Which you think, baby? We all gonna say the longest, girl.
Uh, It seems like this was always with the people that had the most title reigns. And Trips was like, no, we're going to let you have an extended time title because Roman and Gunther have both had it. Charlotte, I really feel like some people are really thinking that, okay, Charlotte coming back, that's nice and all. She is immediately getting her title shot because, I mean, she is Charlotte Flair. She can kind of just get a title shot whenever she freaking wants. That's in 2 weeks. I don't think Charlotte is going to win. Some folks think it's going to be because Bianca, after that match was made official, she told Adam Pearce, "I'm
How
going
the
to get
hell
my
she
lick
skipped?
back."
How the hell she skipped the line?
She said, "I still want my lick back. When are you going to give me?" And he's looking at her like, "I'll take care of it. I'll make sure." Somebody was like, "That's NXT Bianca peeking out." So something
There, and here's the thing: there are
about to happen.
still plans from everything that I've read. There are still plans in the near future to turn both Bianca and Street Profits heel.
They need to be heels. They need to be a heel faction.
I don't even think if they're gonna let her. I don't even think they're gonna turn her heel. It's gonna get to the point where she's gonna have to act out. Oscar's gonna make her. She's lost the title. Now Charlotte, that's one pissed off chick with a black woman, so she already mad. Then you had a white woman just pop up and take your spot up. That's like 8 million pissed off black women chips. And then Charlotte's probably not going to win. But something's going to happen where she's going to have to get involved. And Charlotte is going to fuck it up. She's going to be like, you shouldn't have gotten in my way, Charlotte. And they're going to be looking at each other. And
Yep.
we get the matchup that we've been waiting to see. Because she's technically beaten everybody out of the first horsewomen except Charlotte. This is the final boss.
But you know what, though? It goes back to that storyline at NXT when Charlotte went down there.
Yep, she got
when you
screwed
had
up.
Charlotte, Bianca, and Rhea. Like they're finishing up that story. Like this is the tail end of it.
Oh, so to answer this question, no, I don't, because there's too many sausages in the room.
Exactly.
The orgies, no. What I like has the word "sums" after it. But orgies, nah. There's too many sausages in the room. There only needs to be one sausage in the room to be focused on. So, but speaking of people, it's a good segue. Oh, Mike, one last thing I want to talk about. Since you talked about Charlotte going down to NXT, there is also now a few stars going down to NXT to have matches, big time matches too. Seth Rollins is defending his world title against Braun Breaker, who is still technically who is still in NXT. Seth is going down to NXT for that. Baron Corbin is going down to NXT to fight Mello for his belt. We got Mustafa Ali. He's getting ready to fight Wes, I believe, right?
He's gonna be the special guest referee.
Fuckery.
But it's gonna lead to him eventually fighting.
Right. So with Charlotte, we saw it was a hinder for the NXT women's division.
Yeah, that was under the old NXT.
Yeah. Yeah, that and with this, it goes back to Matt's point when this rebrand of NXT happened, took place, the beginning of it, where they've gone back to how NXT was originally started, where you would have the young talent here. Every now and then you'll mesh them with veterans, and the veterans come down, either they mentor them per se, or they have matches with them. The veterans will put them over. Every now and then you'll get a situation where Dolph beats Braun,
Right.
and then had that storyline for a couple months, and then Braun winds up winning the title back. But it's the perfect blend of that now. Like I think back then, this to me, it was weird. Like like NXT back then was weird. You know, it was just weird. Now it makes perfect sense. Because look at Baron. Baron ain't did nothing in the main roster for a long while. A long while.
I mean, he literally went undrafted. He went undrafted. He's technically a free agent. So he's just out here just fighting. Like, he's trying to get
what it is.
And it makes sense. Because he can go back to NXT, whether it be for a short while or he can stay there for a long while and be an immediate force.
Yeah.
Because that crowd knows Baron Corbin. They know the lone wolf. Yes, he's wearing, the tank top and, the shorts and all that, but he has some lone wolf in him down there, at least to me.
We hope.
Right.
I mean, he was talking that shit on Tuesday. He was saying, like, he built this. Like, I built this, and the people that are here now, they ain't built like I'm built.
I hope, like, because if this don't work out, my man Baron's just gonna have to have his own cooking show for steaks or something.
I mean, I
don't see him going to any other promotion that would be able to properly use him. And that's including Impact.
Like, I love everything they've done with this. It makes perfect sense. Like Mike said, like, Dolph was a great example. Finn was an even better example because Finn got written off by getting murdered by the Fiend. And if anybody has ever paid attention to anything that happened to people after they've been destroyed by the Fiend, they become a completely different person. Finn was a face when he got murdered. He came back. He was Prince Devitt. That's plain and simple. Mm-hmm. That's Prince Devitt. That ain't Finn Balor. That's Fergal. That's Prince Devitt of New Japan. He showed up and immediately won the NXT title and was just like, yeah, I'm here and this is my shit. Right. I'm here. I'm back. I'm here to remind y'all who I am. And it did wonders for him. Baron Corbin's doing the same thing. I don't know if he's going to win, but if he does, then I guess that means we're getting Melo on the main roster. Or, if anything, he can lose and still stay in NXT because it's not like he needs to leave NXT. He's technically a free agent. He can go where the hell he wants.
But I think if he doesn't win,
same for him.
But if he doesn't win, then I think this is an issue because if he doesn't win the title, what's his next storyline? Like, honestly, that's why I say I think this is the end of the road for Baron. That's why I really feel that way because I'm like, if he doesn't win this belt, like he should be sending Melo up to the main roster. He should be.
Right.
Because, like I said, if he loses, you can't have him go after Wes. That's going to be a step down. Then what are you going to have him do? Feud with Vaughn? Because Von Wagner's the only person that's probably around the same size as him?
And it's low-key the same issue for... Because we know right here, the three of us, we know Braun ain't beating no Seth. We know this is just him.
This is his goodbye.
Because some people
NXT goodbye.
A lot of people got mad when they were like, "Oh my goodness, I can't believe they put Baron Corbin in NXT and Mustafa. Oh man, they're better than that, bruh." People still need to get seasoning put on them. Mm-hmm. Why does everybody love cast iron skillets so much? Because they have seasoning. Why do people get mad if you put a cast iron skillet in water? Because it takes away the seasoning. Mm-hmm. You need your seasoning. Why do black folks like their food? Because it's got seasoning. When we say something is missing something, more than likely is missing seasoning. Everything needs seasoning, including wrestlers. When they're getting ready to be done, they call it finishing school. This is NXT. These people moving down to NXT is just them going to finishing school. They're getting polished up and basically primed and ready to be main roster.
And that's why, and like to the point that kids just made, like, yeah, we know, like Braun, perfect example of that. It would not surprise me if Melo lost, because what I've been yelling for the past few months now, Monday night Melo.
Right.
Melo needs to be on Raw. I need to see Melo on Monday nights.
Like, honestly, if that Baron Corbin makes sense to beat Melo, as he's a free agent, he's trying to get it by any means.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes sense. Like, look all the fuckery that he's been through. He went through the happy Corbin stage, then the sad Corbin stage, the broke Corbin stage. Now it's like, I've got my redemption.
JBL threw him, basically said, I'm done with you. You're a loser.
JBL called him a super bum. Okay.
So if he out of nowhere picks himself up on his own and defeats and he can be transitional, or he can sit there and be the NXT champion for a while. Like, it don't have to be a Dolph type run for like a few weeks. He could be the NXT champion going all the way into Great American Bash. Great American, they still got to get that set up. So have Baron win at Gold Rush to set up for Baron to lose at Great American Bash, or
to the next person up.
Yep, or more than likely, let some fuckery happen to let Melo win, and then let Baron be like, nope, it's fuckery. And who is the fuckery? I want Trick gone. Trick helped him win. Trick helped him.
Mm-hmm.
I want Melo by himself. Me and Melo all alone. I don't want nobody here to help him. And if he beats him, Melo gonna probably be at SummerSlam or something.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is Baron is the person sending him on. He's gonna leave somewhere. He's gotta be the person that's sending him on.
And then to your point, Matt, like he can. I think how I would book it, because who was the first person he went after Melo, but who was the other person that he's been feuding with? Dragunov.
Yep.
If you're gonna put the belt on somebody after Baron beats Melo, put it on Dragunov.
Yeah. Please do.
Yeah, because Baron just beat Dragunov. That was a -6 for Raw. So they all right. If you want Dragunov to be the next dude up, if y'all really think he's the next dude up, and you don't think he's main roster ready, but not quite yet, put that extra seasoning on him by letting him fight with Baron Corbin, let him beat Baron Corbin, and then by November or something, he can be on his way. Or January, he can show up to the Royal Rumble.
And by
like,
that
NXT
time,
has to get. Like, remember, they kept saying like we want people to be out within X amount of time. They got to start getting on that, and people should be moving on up. We have seen Zoe go up; she's in Money in the Bank. We have seen Bronson Reed pop back up. We have seen he wasn't even on NXT, but he was there. We have seen all these people pretty deadly. They're in the tag team gauntlet tomorrow night. We have seen everybody that's somebody be worth a damn. Brawling Brutes, they're meaning something. But it's time for them to start sending some more people out. Braun and Melo are the most obvious ones, along with the Creeds. Like, get rid, like, push them on out. Let them go.
Like, as we're talking, I'm doing some fantasy booking in my head. Like, you have Baron beat Melo, Dragunov beat Baron, and you know who should beat Dragunov? Fucking Gacy. By the time the series, it should be the era of Gacy. It's time.
Gacy gets screwed over so much in
NXT
NXT.
champ. He needs to be NXT champ at least by the end of this year.
Yesterday, that
man. Going into 2024 with Gacy as champ.
Listen, here's the thing.
But I'm not. Even though he
When
keeps losing, I'm gonna
when
keep until they
Gacy,
say he is released. I'm gonna keep
Gacy
holding
is
on.
NXT Gresham. He is NXT Gresham.
listen, Gacy to me, like I said, I think Gacy was the first character in the new NXT that I gravitated to because he reminded me of Bray,
Mm-hmm.
and y'all
I
know
mean,
how I love
I
Bray.
liked him because I was like, okay, I see why everybody liked Bray. Because like I can see, I like Bray, but not like how a lot of people like Bray. Like some people, like y'all love Bray. I like Bray. Like Bray, cool. I only liked him like when he wee wops. That's cool. And some of the stuff he did when he was Bayou Bray, I like that. Like the mind games. That he just reminded me of Bayou Bray so much. Like, okay, you're just playing mind games. You're just sadistic. You're crazy. I like that. But he just never freaking
Fucking
wins.
comes
And
through,
it
and
and
just
like
like
he's not
insanity.
like he's one of my favorites in NXT, and then my actual favorite, he ain't even on there right now. So I'm just waiting. I need him to get out of jail. Free Tony D'Angelo. Free Spaghetti Man. They got my dude locked up. That dude, he the real. That's the dude. That's the Don. That's who I've been repping since day one. Like, yo, Spaghetti Man true. He ain't got
Hey.
better. I remember when that dude was trash.
Shout out to Spaghetti Man. I ain't gonna lie, I fuck with Spaghetti Man.
Like, Spaghetti, that's my dude. Tony D'Angelo,
Yo,
that is my dude.
I fucks with Spaghetti Man. He went to my alma mater, boy. I fucks with Spaghetti Man. It's the University of Buffalo, man, right there, yo. I fucks with him.
Yeah, that
Spaghetti Man.
Chase Feud was a waste. I don't even like what they got them doing right now. I guess they're gonna have. I guess it's a hostile takeover of Chase U with Dempsey
Dookie.
and Gulak. But I do appreciate the fact that what's his face called Andre Chase like, hey, when are you coming back? Like, yes, when are you coming
You
back?
coming back?
Why are you fired?
That's
Where the fuck
old.
are you, Andre Chase? We need you.
Did Andre get
He ain't got fired. Oh, he like had that one match and he ain't been on TV since.
Because he needs a belt too at some point.
Like they had that match, and then after that, it was like, oh, well, Professor Chase is gonna be gone for a while. I'll be taking over. What? Where's Professor Chase?
What if he's the one who beats Wes? Somebody got to beat Wes.
Wes got to be beat by a serious heel.
And that's why
I thought Dragon Lee was going to beat Wes at one point.
And that's why I'm thinking Andre Chase, he can come back. You know,
nah. Chase is too much of a crowd favorite to be a heel right now.
Hey, man.
You know what Chase would have to. Nah, Chase would have to kick a baby in his belly button for the crowd to hate him right now. That Chase U is red hot. People mess with it for real. So it can't be Andre Chase coming back to beat Wes. I'm thinking it has to be a heel because especially since Wes is a fighting champ. He doesn't turn down a fight. You know what I mean? He doesn't turn down a fight, and he doesn't pick a fight either. People can relate to that. So
maybe
you can't have. That could be a possibility. Like you gotta have somebody that the crowd hate. Wes is too relatable and too likable. Like everybody knows the story.
To be honest, I wish they
have a great night.
I wish they hadn't moved up JD just yet. Right. He should be the one beating West, to be honest.
Right.
Like he should be the one beating West. To Kenny's point, someone that the crowd just despises. Who despise? Nobody despise. They despise JD more than anybody.
Yeah.
The only person I've ever seen hated more than JD was my man Gibson.
That man just
Motherfuckers.
waiting. He just waiting for his release. They just waiting on their release. And that's part of why I think Gacy just don't win. They just don't win because the vets are with them.
You know what? I was thinking the same thing, Matt. I was thinking the same thing Tuesday, watching NXT. I'm like, that's probably why Gacy ain't winning, because those two fuckers are still there.
Right. They're just gonna have them all lose.
They just gonna
Like
suffer.
Ava being with them is their probably their only saving grace because they want her to look good.
Well, fellas, I don't know about y'all, but I think we've been electrifying for the night. What do you think?
Oh yeah, we've definitely been
yeah.
sufficiently electrified.
Oh, of course. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, you can always follow us at facebook.com/under the ring pod and twitch.tv/under the ring pod. Once again, we are here every Thursday around 8:45 ish. Don't forget, if you follow the page, you'll know exactly what time that we're on. So you don't have to worry about if it's 8:45, 8:35,
You just get the
8:25. You're
alert.
gonna get it. You're gonna get an alert saying
Exactly.
that we on. So follow the page, peoples.
Follow the damn
You can
page.
right. You can always go to our linktree/under the ring pod, where you got our man who is going in for a big surgery tomorrow. Mongo, you know we love you, brother. You got this.
Right.
You got this. Greg Bush
Damn
SK.
right.
Go and check out Mongo's stories too. He needs those clicks for real. You got me. I just talk about a bunch of nada. You want to just have a good time, just talk about nonsense. Follow me right here, Rock Ribs 44, the man that has all the social consciousness you will need to know. If it's going on in the community, my man, Mr. Freshbeard, is all about it, and he will let you know what is going down. You got the man with the beer in his hand and Lake of Fan, the right answer. Street team captain who isn't here this week, but he'll probably pop in next week. I know he got a little busy thing going on. He got his little princess with him, Moriel
Yeah.
Maliente, and then our local correspondent who likes to make his pop ins every now and then, who's also a big time writer. Go follow him, Mr. Justin D. Bagsley. Folks, thank you for following us. Thank you for watching. Y'all be safe wherever you are. If you are off on Monday because you have a holiday and you are going partying this weekend because it's going to be nice weather mostly around, please be safe.
Right.
Please drink responsibly if you are doing that, aka get someone to drive you. Take a Uber, whatever you have to do. Be responsible. We want to see y'all here next week with us. Have a good one, folks. Peace.
Frank Thompson.